I'll start in a minute, yes. Yeah. So, namaste once again. Thank you for joining in this session. Yeah. So, today I'm going to read two more messages from Mother Earth. That would be the first message and the eighth message. So, if anybody has joined newly, uh, I have been receiving messages from Mother Earth in auto writing since the past 1 year. I have received 40 messages now, and it has been quite a journey to receive those messages. It was possible after it became possible to receive these messages when I got connected to Mother Earth. I felt this deep and strong intention that whatever I was realizing through my connection with her, I wanted everybody to realize that as well. The soul knowledge, their true essence. I wanted to spread that, and with that deep intention, I used to ask Mother Earth to give me knowledge in the form of a book. And after a year of asking her, she started giving me messages in the form of auto writing. And it happened when I was taking sessions in Beam platform, PSSM Germany. So by the third session there, we started getting auto written messages, and it has been a beautiful journey, a very effortless and a magical one. So, I would like to share the first and the eighth message today. So, the first message is on fear to fearlessness, and this message is very profound, and it is life changing, and it is the longest message in the whole compilation of 40 messages. So I would like to read it for all of you, and it goes as follows. First message from Mother Earth: fear to fearlessness. Fear is a survival instinct which inhibits itself in almost all of the creatures. Basically, why do creatures face the feeling of fear? It is because they feel threatened for their existence. But the element of fear could be removed from the face of the planet if we collectively work on it. The feeling of being threatened is not a natural one, and it is something to be worked upon. In the case of humans, fear has become the core source of every action they do. They wake up because of fear, they work because of fear, they eat because of fear, they speak because of fear, they make relationships because of fear. For the wild creatures, they are able to curb these emotions because of their trust towards nature. But for humans, trust is a distant aspect. They would have to come out of their ego in order to trust the nature. As soon as they come out of their ego, they would be able to come out of their fear. Fear can only be released when we realize we are not small material forces, whereas we are infinite soul forces. The humans always see themselves very materialistically, as if they are their house, they are their jobs, they are their relations. But we are much more than that. Just like how the river has various tributaries, these things are just a part of us. The humans feel as if they need to be saved. They're always wanting to be saved. But my dear children, there is no such thing as saving. There is only thriving in divinity. When we deeply observe the feeling of fear, we will be able to see that it is very paralyzing, and it spreads itself all throughout us and ultimately make us feel as if we cannot move. Fear has a similar effect on the body as well. It crumbles the immune system and makes the bodily mechanisms unable to function. Almost all diseases stem from fear. The feeling of fear destroys our body in cellular levels. The dense vibration of fear creates such heaviness in cells that the life force within the cells deplete. Ultimately, they stop functioning and become dead. The transformation from fear to fearlessness is one mighty journey. Let's take a small glimpse into the life of an ant to understand this aspect. An ant, together with all of its colony, wanted to collect food grains. But as it had rained recently, there were big puddles of water which it had to cross. For some creatures who are giant, like humans, elephants, lions, etc., this is not a big problem. But for the ants, it is a matter of life and death. If the ant didn't leave for the search of its food, it might die of hunger. If it leaves, it might get drowned in huge puddles of water. And there were other chance factors where it might get into an unexpected incidents from other elements of the world. For an ant, this world is an enormous place which consists of gigantic creatures, and the simple task of fetching food requires Herculean strength for it. But the ant wouldn't quit because of its fear. All these creatures like an ant, bee, moth, butterflies, etc., as well as the wild creatures, have this divine quality of trusting the nature. The wild creatures just surrender themselves to the flow of the nature. They have no ego. They trust that nature has their back. It will take care of their life and also their nourishment. The ant believes that it has to make the effort on its part and the nature will take care of the rest. With this belief, it starts its quest for food and ultimately it observes all throughout its journey that all the obstacles were being removed by nature itself. Sometimes a leaf or a branch would fall over the puddles of water, helping it to cross the path. Sometimes it would find other small rocks to climb up the big rock. On the other times, it would see that the plants were helping it to cross the areas with wet mud. The ant ultimately feels grateful seeing the whole of its path was already laid out by nature before it even started the journey. By trusting nature, by trusting itself, by trusting its life, the colony of ants makes the journey from fear to fearlessness. Realizing our true essence has always been our ultimate destiny. After realizing our true essence, we need to live our whole life while being in the true essence. But what is our real essence? It is to understand we are gods, we are masters, we are the power, we are the creator, we are the very essential core of the universe. Every life is a world of its own, a very universe of its own. Learn to respect the complexities and subtleties of the divine life forces that are around you. Then only we can truly understand how divine we are. True understanding of nature can only be possible through various spiritual endeavors. Only with the absolute understanding of nature we would be able to maneuver our life to its truest sense, sorry. Only with the absolute understanding of nature we would be able to maneuver our life to its truest sense. Do not approach your life with your mind, but try to understand it through your feelings and senses. Then only you will be able to understand the consciousness of the Creator, through which you will be able to understand yourself deeply and ultimately lead this life in the highest possible manner. At the end, in this journey of understanding everything that is there, you will understand that you are the creator. The effect of your thoughts, feelings, vibrations is much greater than you can ever comprehend. Always remember that this entire infinite creation needs you. Your presence is magnificent. You're a god. You have a destined divine and unique role in this universe that you need to fulfill. This divine role which you have is chosen by you only. This role of yours beautifully fits itself into the perfectly assembled mechanism of the universe. Your role is like a puzzle piece that fits itself naturally into the device structure of the universe. You are absolutely important. I will always convey this message, but you are the one who needs to feel the depth of this fact. So, that is the first message from Mother Earth, and it is a very, very powerful one. And there are many elements in this message that are very, very important. She first explains about fear, how it is a survival instinct within all of us because we are always trying to survive, we are always trying to exist. So it's like an instinct that is within every creature. So first she explains about fear, then gradually she tells us that if we collectively work on it, we can remove it from the absolutely remove it from the planet Earth. And how she explained the difference between the way humans work with fear, or humans handle fear, and how animals what animals do, yeah, what wild creatures do when they face the feeling of fear. So like she tells us, we do every action because of fear. Whether we work, whether we eat, whatever we do, some kind of fear is there. One of the in one read a quote where it was said that we are always trying to be a well wisher and express our worry to our loved ones, but it is actually a fear. When we say that I hope you're safe, I hope you're you know these kind of greetings, when we do that, if we see the core, what is happening in the root level, we can observe that there is a lot of fear, and that we have fear regarding incidents and lessons or whatever we have planned. We in basically we have a lot of fear regarding various experiences. We are not actually trying to live the experience properly. We have many kinds of illusions regarding all types of experiences, but Mother Earth, in when we proceed in this book, in when we go forward in these messages, in one of the messages she says that you have to observe and become neutral towards the turbulent emotions that are occurring within you. So that is what we have to do, that is what we have to practice. But um, uh, but we are we have brought this lesson of fear because we have a lot to learn from it as well. So that is why we are undergoing fear uh, mm, during this lifetime. So it is there to teach us something. So like Mother Earth is saying, we have fear regarding everything. We are always trying to survive. That is why we are facing this. And one of the most important things that she has said in this message is that we are not able to trust the nature. We are being very materialistic, or we are being very you know we don't go deeper and just without thinking anything, we cannot trust the nature. But wild animals, wild creatures, they are able to do that. They are able to completely trust the nature. There is something that is obstructing us from doing it. It is the feeling of me, it is the feeling of I that is stopping us from completely going with the flow of the nature. So that is what Mother Earth is trying to tell us. And one more important line is what she is says here is, we are not small material forces, we are infinite soul forces. So, from this line, she's trying to change our perspective of our own selves. Perspective is everything. That is what she has shared in other messages. So, it really matters how we are viewing ourselves. So, she is asking us to recognize that we are infinite soul forces, and we have to believe it and we have to live it each and every day. That is what she wants to convey through these lines. And also through these lines, she wants to tell us that everything that we are holding, we are keeping, we are attached to, or we are scared of losing, are actually just a part of us. They are not us. Many people, they are very attached to their houses. We're not judging here any, we're not judging anybody here, but rather, let's try to observe the group consciousness in which we are. Because us humans, we are here together because of a reason, and we are traveling together, or we are going through this journey together. And there is a reason that some particular souls have entered the earth together, and right now we are a collective consciousness, and these kind of attachments are there in the collective consciousness of humans. So some people are attached to their houses, some people are very attached to their relations. I have previously, before starting this journey of spirituality, I was very very afraid of losing loved ones, because I was very attached to them. Slowly I realized that it is just a fear of mine, and I was able to work on it, I was able to release it. So these things I only realized through these messages. So like Mother Earth says that they're just a part of us, like how the river has many tributaries. l- just like that, they're a part of us. And a very very profound line that Mother Earth shares here is that there's nothing as saving. We always want to be saved, but there is nothing as saving. You're always thriving in divinity. So that's a very very powerful line. And uh, through this, she tells us many things. She asks us to be abundant. She asks us to not to be in the lack energy, or she asks us to believe. She asks us to recognize the greatness and the celebration that we are, and the celebration of this group consciousness, the celebration that is universe. She asks us to live in such a consciousness instead of always being scared. And these are just assumptions that something might hurt us, or something is harmful for us. uh, these are just illusions. So she is asking us to come out of it and live in a very very expanded and infinite manner. So that is what she wants to convey to us. And that is very very important, because if we observe, many people are in such a state that they think that God has to save them, right? So she tells us that you're already a god. Why are you asking someone else to save you? So that is what she wants to tell us. And in one of the sessions, um, when the everyone was discussing, there's a message that we got from Mother Earth, that every soul, even they might look like they don't have enough knowledge, or they they are stuck in some kind of things, but actually they have all the knowledge, they know when to do what. So even though they might seem to us that they are still not progressed or something like that, but actually they have planned everything perfectly, and they know what to when to do what, and they have all the perfect knowledge. So that is how Mother Earth is viewing each and every one of us, our souls. She tells that you know everything, you know what to do, when to do. So you have all the knowledge and you have perfectly planned it for yourself. So that's how she sees us. She sees us in a very fulfilled manner. So yes, and also further in the message, she explains how the fear, how it makes us feel, and also how it what is the effect of fear on our body. So it whenever we are in deep, very deep fear, and when we observe it, she says that we feel like it is paralyzing, we are unable to move. And when I read these lines, I was able to go observe those moments whenever I'm in fear. Because I'm so stuck in the thought that things might happen in a certain manner, and I don't go beyond to look at all the possibilities that are there. I'm just stuck in one thing. So I feel like it is going to happen in such a manner, and I assume that I it will be happening in such a manner, and I'm just holding the thought very strongly. So I felt that because of that, I felt like I'm unable to do anything else. And and I assume that it the result will be in a certain manner. So that is what was making me very scared. So such things I realized through these lines. And also the story of the ant is a very beautiful one. And the ultimate lessons of this story, that how by trusting the nature, by trusting itself, by trusting the life, it completes its journey, it is able to achieve what it wants. And these lines that when the ant realizes, the ant together with its colony realizes that before it has even started the journey, because it just made the effort of one step from its side, it says it gets to observe that the nature took care of everything else, and it took care of its life and its nourishment, and it laid out all the path according to it, and it smoothly, with ease, it it completes its journey, it is able to do what it wants. So it is a very, very beautiful story. It shows us that what happens when we take a step to come out of that fear. When we take that one small step, the nature will support us like that. So through this story, Mother Earth is telling us that you can do it, you can come out of that shell, you can break that shell. Just take a step and everything else will be taken care of by the nature. So through this story, she's trying to tell us to, she's making us understand that everything will be taken care by the nature. So there is nothing to be scared of, actually. So that is what she's trying to tell us. And also the last lines of the message are very, very, very powerful, because how she describes us in the previous line. She shares that we are infinite soul forces, and she elaborates on it in the last lines by telling us what is our true essence. And she asks us to realize it and to live our true essence our whole life. And she tells us that it is your destiny, that it is going to happen, that you will be you'll end up realizing your true essence. And like she says, we are gods, we are masters, we are the power, we are the creator, we are the very essential core of the universe. And through these lines and through the other lines as well, she's making us understand that we are very important. And like she explained in the last few lines, that everything is perfectly ensembled in this universe, and our role, which we have chosen ourselves, fits perfectly in this beautifully constructed, well thought out, structured universe. And we are without us, the universe wouldn't be complete. So that is what she is trying to convey to us, that we are very important, our role is very important, and we fit perfectly with the group that is universe. We're a very important member of it. And like she says in one of the lines, that there are many complexities and subtleties to us, the divine life forces we are, and all the animals and all the plants and many kinds of creatures that exist, form or formless. We have many complexities and subtleties, because we, all of us, we are a universe of our own. And she asks us to respect each and every divine life force, to respect the complexities, and to also respect the subtleties. And by respecting others, we will also understand how divine we are. So these things, and one more important line is that she asks us to understand our life with our senses and feelings, not through our mind. So because our senses and our feelings represent the very essence of our soul, and it will make us understand more and more of the consciousness of the creator. And because of which we will be able to understand ourselves more, and lead this life in a very, in the highest manner. And yes, like she says, we are much greater than we think we are. Our actions matters a lot. And she asks us to live in our true essence, and she asks us to understand the nature. And she asks us to flow with the nature. So this is a very important message, the first message. Now I would like to read the eighth message from Mother Earth, that is on greed. And before even getting before even realizing that all of these messages are going to flow, I just knew that we will be getting the knowledge about greed. My intuition told me, and because I realized it very early on that we will be getting the knowledge on greed. I understood how important this knowledge is, and with the realization of this knowledge, many things will be able to get the limited and the denser things, they will be able to get released from planet earth. And I understood that that this message is powerful, and it is a very strong message. So I would like to read it for all of you. It goes as follows. Eighth message from Mother Earth: greed. Greed is an unacknowledged emotion which exists within humanity in a very complex manner. It is very important to identify greed in ourselves, as this particular emotion can be very parasitic. This emotion exists in the collective vibrational grid of Earth, and it has been the cause of many world issues. When we work on this emotion together, we can bring a revolutionary spiritual change in the whole of the planet. This spiritual change will be the start of united spiritual earth, where the whole of the planet becomes one. The reason greed is existing today on earth is because we do not have proper knowledge to curb it. In order to nullify all of the greed related thought patterns, we need to first understand where it starts. When a human faces a lack of addressal or appraisal from others in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, then they start to feel very trivial about themselves. This causes them to feel a lack within themselves. To fill the lack which they feel within themselves, they try to accumulate things. They try to accumulate material things like food, money, jewelry, clothes, weapons, properties, etc. They try to accumulate people and relationships in order to feel love or appreciation, which they are not able to find within themselves for their own selves. In this vicious and poisonous pattern, the humans are trying to binge on all possible things. The lack of self is so tremendous that they completely lose themselves in this pattern. The reason we are consuming meat today is because we have lost ourselves in our greed. We have completely let go of our righteousness and our conscience. That is the reason we are not able to see that we are taking lives in order to fill our stomach. The reason we are living lives at the stake of others' freedom and free will is because we have forgotten our real selves. Every human is a divine manifestation of peace and friendship. We are creators, not destructors. In order to release greed from within ourselves, we need to feel autonomous within ourselves. We need to love ourselves instead of going down in this pattern of seeking approval and appraisal from others and trying to feel fulfilled by accumulation of things. We should spend time to realize light and love which already exists in ourselves. Stop searching for what you should give yourself in the outer world. Go within yourself, you will find universes there. Everything is possible by going within. Going within is possible when is only possible when you meditate. Once you go within, you will first realize that you're not a body, you're a soul. And this soul of ours is infinite and eternal. It is abundant in every possible manner. There are only miracles when you realize the soul knowledge. Through realization of the soul knowledge, you will be enlightened with eternal bliss. Through realization of this soul knowledge, you will be enlightened with eternal bliss. So that is the message on greed. And like she says that greed, it runs in, it uh, the greed within ourselves, it it is very hard to recognize, and even when we recognize it, we don't know in which manner that we can release it, because it is so dense and so complex that um, we realize that we are in greed, but we are just succumbing to it, you know. So we are just letting we are just being in that greed, and we are feeling that we cannot go against it, or we lose ourselves to it, basically. So when I observed the pattern of greed within me, I realized that my greed was occurring in the form of, I was always searching for friendships, um, and I and whenever I made a friendship, what used to happen was, the people remained friends with me for 6 months or so, and then the relationship will all of the sudden go cold, and the cycle used to happen continuously. And then I realized, through this message and through the guidance that I was always receiving from Mother Earth, I realized that, I should stop searching for anything. I should just be with myself. I should try to center myself, and I should try to stop looking outwards, instead I should go inside. So such kind of evolved thoughts started coming to me by connecting with her, and mostly that only happened because of meditation and being in a group consciousness such as PSSM, where such soul knowledge is easily accessible. So because of these things, uh, I was able to realize it, and also release it from myself. So this this greed and it made me feel very vulnerable. Used to make me feel like a victim. I used to feel that why this happens to me every time. So the greed was also accompanied with a lot of ego. So I was able to recognize such patterns within myself, and I was able to recognize that cycle that keeps on continuing, and I was able to consciously stop that cycle. So this message and also meditation helped me a lot to come out of it. And also like Mother Earth says that this greed, it's the root cause of many world issues. So and for most of the humans, this greed, it comes in the form of eating. They don't even see what they're eating. They don't realize that they are killing others, killing other divine creatures. So Mother Earth, she really wanted to address this pattern of greed, because it is very 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 complex. It is something that you have to experience yourself to understand how this pattern of greed is. I was very very attached to my brother. So I saw the one day Mahathir Babaji showed me that how my attachment, which is also greed, okay. So he showed me how it is manifesting itself in the astral form. So it was like grease, it was very dense, and it was like a very it was like a sticky and dense uh, material. So then I realized that in astral realms everything is supposed to be very light, but my greed was so strong that what I want, I should be able to feel within myself. I was trying to search it within others, or I was trying to I was feeling this deep lack of love and friendship that I was trying to fulfill by like Mother Earth has said, by accumulating people. So I was able to see that a dense thing, how dense my feelings has become, my emotions, not even feelings, my emotions have become. So then, through that realizations, I was able to consciously come out of it. And because we are meditating, we are able to recognize it. But those who are still in that journey, they they don't know that this is a pattern of greed. So that is why Mother Earth has given this message to so that it goes to others. And even when we realize this knowledge, what happens is, through our realization, others also, whether we know them or whether we don't know them, what happens is, because we are a group, when we shift ourselves into the higher vibrations or higher consciousness, others get a push to shift also. So that is the reason these messages are flowing, so that we flow with this shift that is happening on planet Earth. And like she has said, that when we realize um, uh, this knowledge, we will be able to live as united spiritual earth, where everyone will become everyone and everything will become one. The planet becomes one. There would be coexistence. And she's not only talking about humans, she's also talking about our wild creatures. So humans, wild creatures, and other creatures, we will be coexisting together. But for that, we need to realize the friendship. That is what she's trying to tell further in the message. We humans are a divine manifestation of peace and friendship. That means that our purpose is to spread peace and friendship. So that is why she's calling us creators and not, she's making us realize by calling us creators and telling us that we are not destructors. So we are here to manifest friendship and peace. So that is what she's asking us to do. And she's making us realize how we are trying to clear the lack which we feel within ourselves by accumulating materialistic things, or even relations. One thing I have recently realized is, there is no me, myself, or I. So there is nothing called my friends or my relations or my things. Actually, we are very, very universal. So even the people whom we are going in whom uh, who are part of our lifetimes and who are with us here, they are an individual of their own. And there's a divine friendship within us, or within everybody that is around me. So I have started it, but I am yet to completely live it. uh, but I'm trying to see each and everything like that. So that has been very, very helpful for me. And yes, so in this message, Mother Earth also says that, to feel autonomous within ourselves. So when we realize that we are a universe of our own and others are universe of their own, so when we realize that autonomous, how we are independent, we are a individual, we are a god, we are a creator, then when we feel fulfilled within ourselves, then we can stop this pattern of greed. There's a reason why Patriji always says that our breath is our guru. He never gives a name for a guru, but rather he tells us that our breath is our guru. So he is trying to tell us to um, realize the godhood that we are. We can just like Mother Earth has said, we have all the knowledge. And this is not arrogance or overconfidence. It is because we are a universe, we are a part of this group called universe. Like every other member, we also have all the knowledge because we are already the source. And even in the spirituality, we're trying to understand how we are the source, our consciousness, and everything. We are trying to expand our awareness more and more. But the reality is, we are already the source, we are already the god, we are already the creator. It is not that we will reach the destination on some day, but actually we're already it. We are already that. So through these lines and whatever Mother Earth has shared, that we have all the perfect knowledge, we know when to do, what to do. So with all these things, how Patriji says that our breath is a guru. So they're trying to tell us that you know everything, you have everything, you are infinite. So by realizing these things, by releasing all the wounds that we have carried till now, which are creating this feeling of lack, um, they are asking us to live it. They are asking us to meditate more and more, and they are asking us to realize the soul knowledge. And they are like Mother Earth here has, she has shared that, um, we should spend time to realize the light and love which already exists within ourselves. So we are already it. It's just that we just need to realize it. Through this messages, and even the message from fear to fearlessness, they are trying to tell this. And one of the most important line in this message is that, you're not a body, you're a soul. That is what she has shared in the previous message also. You're not small material forces, you're infinite soul forces. Through my journey, I've realized that we have to realize it, we have to live it each and every day, that I'm not my body, I'm my soul. I will respect my body because it is doing such, it is giving me so much. Because of it, I have an identity on earth. But at the end of the day, I am a soul. I am consciousness. So these things, they are asking us to realize. That is what she writes here. And this soul of ours is infinite and eternal. It is abundant in every possible manner. She's asking us to realize that the truth that is already there, the truth that is we are. And she's telling us that when we realize the soul knowledge, there are only miracles. And when we realize the soul knowledge, we will be enlightened with eternal bliss. So from the lack mentality, or the lack kind of consciousness, she's asked, so sorry, not consciousness, but the lack kind of thoughts, she's asking us to shift into this infinity, and the soul knowledge. And she's asking us to meditate more and more, to be with our breath more and more. So we are already that, we just need to shift our perspective. And it's just and perspective is what, it's just one thought away, from this thought to this infinite consciousness. We just need to shift it. So yes, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining in this session. Yeah, thank you so much for this platform. If anybody else would like to share something, please go ahead.
Thank you, Madhumitha. It's really a wonderful session. Yeah, about the greed. Today I have learned the new way. Thank you so much. Masters, please let us know if you have any questions, or you can either raise your hand or you can unmute yourself, and or you can update in the chat, whichever way you feel comfortable. Thank you.
Please feel free to share whatever you feel connected to, or your understanding of the message, because um, our experiences are great experiences. And whatever knowledge we have, or we have gained, they help us, understand the message in a manner. So whatever I am expressing here is through my understanding, or through the knowledge I've gained, through the experiences I have gained till now. I'm seeing it from that view. But when we get to listen to others' experience of this message, we get to experience another dimension altogether, because they might understand it in a very, very beautiful yet different manner. So that shows us, that takes us to even more depth of the message. So that would be great if anybody else would come up and share whatever they have experienced through this message. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chandrakala ji and MS ji. Thank you. Thank you, Madhaviji and Arunaji and Vanajaji. Yes. Yeah, okay. One thing though, in the first message, we are asked to leave everything to the nature, but in that case, we should not be planning anything upfront. So, in one of the messages, in other messages, what I guess it is just be, I don't remember the name of the message right now, but I remember the line. And in that message, Mother Earth says that everything is the flow of life. Even when we are trying to manifest something, it is also the flow of the nature. So, whether we plan it or whether we don't plan it, whatever the course of our life is, whatever the experience we are going through, it is just a flow of nature. I'll try to tell you from what point of view Mother Earth is telling such, has given this these particular lines. What she wants to convey here is, if we are a group called universe, and we are flowing together. So everybody's actions is interconnected, and everybody's experience is interconnected, and it's like a web, and everybody's connected, and each of our everybody's role, everybody whatever they are trying to do is it is ultimately happening to expand the universe more and more, because our nature is to expand and to create. So even whatever seem like something very individual to us, it is actually part of this huge group consciousness. So actually everything is pretty much structured and pretty much devised, and we are just flowing through it. So at one dimension, it seems like very personal, very individual, but from another dimension, it is just part of a huge plan. So that's why she's trying to tell us that, in the well structured universe, ensembled universe, all these mechanisms, we are a part of it. So if we look at a uh, device, every part is connected and every part is helping the other part to function properly. So that is like that is what the universe is also like, so and that's why she says that, just trust the nature, just flow with the nature, everything is going to happen in the way it has to happen. So that is why she's saying such lines, and that is why she said that, even if we are trying to manifest something, it is also the flow of the nature, it is the nature that is flowing, it is the flow of the life. So that's why she used that particular line. So if you feel like planning, go ahead and plan it. Um, if you feel like not planning and being very spontaneous, you can go ahead and do that as well. But from one particular dimension, everything is happening because it has to happen in that manner. So that is what she's trying to convey. Yes. So even wanting to plan is part of the nature. It's not against it, but like Patriji says, just plan for the next 24 hours. That's what he says. So yeah, I just wanted to share this. Thank you so much. Yes, Madhaviji. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Hi, Madhumitha. Morning, everyone. It's a beautiful session. Thank you very much. The last point we've mentioned that about that question raised. So, even the planning we do, it is it is a part of.
Oh, you are muted, ma'am. Please, can you unmute yourself again? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So you've mentioned that even if you want to plan something, right? Even that is also pre-planned. That is part of what is ongoing. That it's not something we are thinking and doing it. Is it what you mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Can you please say the last line again?
Yeah. About the question you said about the planning and everything. If, say, for example, if there's some we plan, we're going to do something, but we planned, right, that it has to happen such way, this is how it should happen. And is it also the part of the nature, or, what is it, we are planning, right? It's not something is not happening without planning. We're planning for everything, something to
We are
happen.
planning for everything, but when it does not happen according to our plan, that's what you're
Mm.
saying.
Yeah, I mean, he said because I got a bit of confused there because I'm trying to understand. Um, we think let everything happen is what we normally think as normal. Don't force anything, or don't really worry about anything. Let it go as it is meant to be. But as I said, we plan for few things, right,
Hmm.
for them to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we plan for those things, that's we're not sitting there and not waiting for things to happen, but we're planning for them.
Yeah. Exactly. So and then is it also according to the nature? That is what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are infinite possibilities, right? So this can be one of the possibilities that one of the souls have planned for themselves. They might have wanted an experience they where they want everything to be planned and everything to happen according to the plan, and to achieve that and to experience that. So this can be one of the possibilities, and other possibilities might be like, they plan it, but it might not happen according to the plan. For some, the plan always changes. So yes, it can be part of the nature. It can be part of how the nature is flowing, because there are infinite possibilities. But for many souls, it is also like we have to live in this moment. They want to experience more of now than the planning. So there are many different possibilities and varieties to the experiences that we are trying to experience here. So it can be happen like that as well. So
Mm.
yes, yeah, many experiences that we are bringing with ourselves to expand ourselves and also the universe as well. So yes, it might happen like that as well. And we also plan our we plan each and every experience before coming on earth, right? So
Yeah.
that is one another possibility. So there is much depth and many dimensions to us. That's what Mother Earth is trying to tell us. So this, it might be one particular dimension, but there might be many layers to it as well. So yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Madhumita.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anybody else would like to share something?
Anuja ma'am, do you want to go? Do you want to unmute yourself? Can you try it? Anuja
Yeah,
ma'am?
yeah, it's working now. Hi, Madhumitha. It's a wonderful session.
Thank.
Just wanted to make it clear. So about the fearlessness, I know it's a kind of a precautionary mechanism. Like we know, we assume, or we know a few things like how to protect ourselves from the other beings, and we know that we trust the nature. At the same time, we take a lot of precautions. So about the fearlessness, I know a lot of animals and all those um, uh, b- uh, be, living in a nature, they are fearless and they trust the nature. Whereas humans, we think we are a little bit more intellectual than the other species, and we thought we can take a lot of precautions and then protect ourselves, even though we have a nature to protect us. Is it, don't you think, is it a natural thing that nature gave us, that intellectual ability to plan our life and then protect ourselves?
In one of the messages, what Mother Earth says is that, the reason we have received our consciousness or the ability to think is to realize that we are a creator. The main and the most fundamental purpose of our thoughts is to use them to create. That is the actual reason that we have thoughts right now. Not to use them to destroy others' freedom or to limit ourselves, but rather to expand more and to realize ourselves more. That's why we have this intellect, basically. Not even intellect, but the ability to think. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Basically, so the fearlessness we should have is, most of the species have a fear about the death. So in this instance, we shouldn't have a fear about death. That's why we plan a lot, we take a lot of precautions, and also basically we shouldn't fear about death, right? That's what it
Yes,
should.
exactly. We shouldn't fear about death, because in one of the messages, and like Patriji always says, there is no death because we are souls, and we are just continuing life in this form or the other. But we always exist. We are eternal, so there's no need to fear for our death. But we can be in her common sense in certain situations. She's not telling us to to be unaware, but rather she's asking us to trust. And to trust and to be unaware are two completely different things. So when we are meditating more and more, we are in a lot of awareness, as well as we are also able to trust. They go together. So the through it's just she is asking us to keep that ego aside and to trust. Yeah, we can
I know. Well,
use
it
our
helps.
common sense, and we can use it's not like she's asking us to, if we are in a cold temperature, it's not like we are trusting the nature and we are not using any facilities, not like that, but rather just to trust that everything is happening with ease, everything is happening beautifully, and to be in awareness as well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Wonderful.
you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anybody else would like to share something? Okay, I guess the experience sharings are over now. Yeah.
Thank you, Madhumitha. Thank you once again. So will this be our last session for now?
Yeah, for now, if I get any further message, I will tell you surely.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Madhumitha. We enjoyed your messages. Hopefully, we get to know more messages from you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Lavanya. Thanks, Madhumitha. Are you going away on a holiday, Madhumitha?
What I didn't understand. Can you please say that again?
No, Lavanya said this is the last session. You're going away or somewhere? Or? and this
No,
topic is finished?
I have do the sessions as per the guidance I get. So
I see.
right
Oh,
now,
lovely.
till now, I have received the message for 9 messages. So if further I get any other message, I will surely share the other messages as well.
Beautiful. We are blessed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
that's what she has received nearly 40 plus messages. So out
No,
of those, in her meditation, Mother Earth guided her to share these 9 messages with us. So that's the reason she has shared these messages. So yeah.
you have a recording of all this, Lavanya?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's in our YouTube. So today's
YouTube? Okay,
recording.
okay.
So yeah, I'll share the links.
That's okay. I can go into YouTube and get it. That's okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Thank
missed
you,
a
ma'am.
few of them. Yeah, a few weeks. That's okay. I'll go and get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a great morning, everyone, and great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Madhumitha, once again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I know it's not easy. I mean, that too in the late night, and I really appreciate from the bottom of our heart for your time and dedication and for your energies. Thank you so much. We enjoyed meditation sessions as well, along with in your guidance. Thank you so much. Look forward for many sessions from you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this session. Yeah, thank you for this platform. Yeah, thank you, everyone.